Hey guys, Ro16 here, bringing on another check of commentary. This is going to be the first set between Hwasin and Flash in the round of 16 of the Hana Daetoo MSL 2010 spring season. It's going to be a match point. I'm going to get colors and positions out of the way before anything else. At the low left in position, 7 o'clock. In purple, we have Hwasin. Oh my god, the STX have new uniforms, white shirts instead of the usual. Oh my god, I am so happy right now. I hope those are standard fare from now on. Flash finishing his motor oil. He's going to be at the upper right hand position in, I believe, was yellow. Yes, indeed, yellow. So, mirror matchup. Isn't it? No, okay, not the only mirror matchup, but definitely not the only mirror matchup in the round of 16, but one of the more interesting ones, one of the more exciting ones. I'm expecting a little less prolonged, insanely forever TVTs in this one. 51, 52, 53 for sinking. Yeah, I'm expecting a little less of the insane amount of, 1 hour long TVT festage that was the Baby vs MVP, because that was just half hour of decent StarCraft, 20 hours of boredom, 10 hours of wondering who's going to win in the end. It's just, but still kind of boring overall. It's just not fun to watch in the end, and even worse to commentate. So I bet some of you guys understood why I decided to do more like a casual commentary with pizza and beer and that kind of stuff, because doing it any other way would have just been way too difficult. It took way too much time. So. And I actually also remember that I was casting that game. Completely missed the fact that both players went for proxy rexes. And actually going to be Flash doing kind of the same thing. Proxy rex down the middle. So he's going to try to put on some aggressive action. We're going to see whether this is just put there in a funky position to float eventually off, because barracks are really coming down almost at the same time for both players. But we're going to see whether it's going to be for Flash to try to go down, put down some sort of aggressive maneuver, try to be a little bit aggressive right off the bat, or they're just going to be there in a position just so we can float it much closer and much quicker to Hwasin's base to act as a constant scout. Now, matchup-wise, Hwasin is a very capable TVT player. His worst matchup, I believe, is against Protoss. It's there where he usually finds his weakness. His TVZ, of course, is excellent, but his TVT is also very good. He's, just good old standard TVT player. He's might not be any sort of specialist in the matchup, but he is a very capable player. Flash, meanwhile, is, of course, a monster in every matchup, and TVT and TVZ especially. So both these guys have kind of, in that regard, are a lot alike. But where Hwasin is decent and, even good, Flash is insanely good. Flash is extremely good. He is, especially in a series, the likelihood of him losing in the TVT is very slight. Actually going to go in there and put on some pressure with this. Also almost picking off a Marine, actually. Doing a great job. Might actually pick off that Marine, but CV comes offline to blockade for the Marine, so that's going to be forced away, actually. But at the very least, he got the scout, saw the factory coming down. Going to be coming in with Marines as well to support. Wondering whether he's going to try just floating that Rex right now. I think he produced one single Marine, but yeah, ran with that, just home. Said not to continue the aggressive action. Meanwhile, now going to put down his own command center as he waits for his own factory to almost finish. So I definitely got to favor Flash in this matchup. I do, but Hwasin is a guy that can bring the upset, and I don't even know what. I think this is the 8th time in a row that he gets into the round of 16 in an MSL, or was that into the round of 32? God, I don't remember. But Hwasin is a consistently good player in MSLs, particularly. It's been the tournament where he always manages to do something, always manages to go around and, just compete. So, although this might definitely be the wall that he unfortunately got into. If this had been a Zerg player, I definitely would have given him a better shot at it, but I just don't think it's going to be able to take Flash down in the series, unfortunately. Oh, interesting. Hwasin actually going to go for some cheesiness. He's actually going to go for a starport, proxy starport at that 12 o'clock position. That's actually in a very good hidden position. I'm not expecting Flash to spot that anytime soon at all. So we're going to see whether Hwasin is going to plant that down there and going to go for some Wraith action. Might try to catch Flash off guard. We're going to see whether he manages to do that or not. Flash getting his own expo up on the opposite side. We saw Hwasin doing the same. So yeah, Flash rush into the second gas right away. So he's going to try to support more factories. Try to support more tank production. Has his own starport up there, but he's going to float that away. Okay, never mind. It was Yeah, just have to adjust apparently for the control tower. But meanwhile now going to be Wraiths coming out. But Flash, I think, is already starting to work on dropships before anything else. This might be Cloak Wraiths, but I'm assuming this is just going to be early dropship play. And if Hwasin's going for Wraiths, that'd be a perfect for him to go out there and pick off those dropships before they come into play. Academy on the way as well. So Flash going for a very, very early start board. So I'm wondering whether he's actually going to go for some sort of interesting tech build here or not. Flash has shown lately that he is very much capable of doing something interesting. Probably a dropship here, though, so he might be going just for that early Vulture drop with the full Vultures in there, try to go in to do some economic damage to Hwasin. Hwasin, of course, no engineer or anything that I've seen, so he's overall very vulnerable position. Oh no, control tower blinking. So Hwasin, if nothing else, going to spot and know that there are Cloak Wraiths coming at him. He's just going to fly with that Wraith away. Flash should know about the proxy location now, but at the very least, Hwasin's going to know what's coming at him, so he's going to want to getting his second refinery just now, but he's going to want to get an academy out there. He's going to want to get some concentration going, adding an academy and a second starport inside of his main, so he's going to try to fight fire with fire, going to try to get his own Wraiths out there. Now it's going to be Wraith on Wraith, because Flash is his own initial Wraith out there, as well as adding his own composite stations. Yeah, Flash going to go up there to the 12 and going to spot that. There's another Wraith coming out, but that 12 o'clock starport is going to get spotted. ICVG is going to start slowly attacking that. Hwasin actually going to move out with some aggressive action. 2 Marines and 3 tanks. They're not really going to be able to accomplish too much, and Flash not going to be able to pick off that 12 o'clock position without some serious support. He just wants to make sure that he doesn't find himself too open. He hasn't really produced much in the way of forces yet. He's taken up rather quickly. I think he was actually putting up an armory there. Not a little too sure. See, Wraith meeting Wraiths. Oh, Flash's Cloak Wraiths coming at a good time. So Hwasin resolving wasn't his old Wraiths. No scans yet for Hwasin. His academy's probably up at this point. He's probably waiting on his control towers before he can do anything. Another Wraith gonna catch him with 12 o'clock. So oh man, horrible for Hwasin. Just horrible for him that he went for this 12 hatch proxy, and Flash pretty much went for almost for the natural. Well, not quite the natural, but for a good counter to this. By planning on proxy Wraiths, Cloaked Wraiths without at all. Hwasin, of course, had no idea that that's what was coming at him, and Flash had no idea that Wraiths were coming at him. But he was just very lucky that he went for early Wraiths, and that kind of this matchup just fell into his hands. Armory on the way now, alongside a second factory. So I'm wondering whether Hwasin is going to go for upgrades, or whether he's actually going to try to switch up into Goliaths to try to counter these Wraiths a little bit. He should have his composite stations up now, but the cloak energy already out in those Wraiths. So 3 Wraiths out there. Wow, Flash is slowly getting a scan already coming in for Hwasin, but he's just going to lose all those Wraiths. Has to have his own Wraiths in there, but no, just not managed to utilize. You do not want to be. You're not in a very good position when you're fighting Wraiths with Wraiths.